I was sitting here writing down what I want to do for 2024, and I was asked, what was my passion for doing woodwork? And in the process of doing this, I thought it was because I like doing woodwork. And when it came down to it, that's not true. When I looked at the things I created, there was an underlying passion that was bigger than my woodwork was. And that was my love for my Lord Jesus Christ. And then I noticed another trend coming out of the same thing is a little piece of 2x4. How many of us thrown that in the trash over years? And that really shone out right here in my woodwork. This little box was made from a 2x4. My little holder here for my pens was made from a 2x4. This little piece here was a 2x6. And I got to looking at it. Even little things like this was made from an old pallet. A picture frame from an old pallet. I have other artwork from an old pallet. I got to realizing most of the stuff here on this table came out of the trash, or as in the case of these here, it was and was not in the trash. A friend of mine bought me a box of scrap wood pieces, see what I can make out of them. Little small pieces, I glued them together and started making little trays out of them. And that goes back, I guess, my entire life. When I was in school, that's when I was introduced to welding in a machine shop. My first job was in a machine shop, and they gave me pieces of metal and said, okay, we need you to make this stuff. Taking something that's not worth very much and turning it into something valuable. That has been my entire life. When I started working in the machine shop, it was only 6 months before I started showing people how to do what I was doing. I was a foreman at that point. I had a chance to tell people, hey, yes, I'm younger than you are, but if you want to do this safely, this is what you need to do, and you can make these parts. So apparently, without knowing it, I've been telling people how to do things my entire life. I've been taking what looks like scrap wood. My neighbor cut his tree down. American sycamore tree. I took it, it has some splits in it, so I had to cut them in long strips, glue it back together, and now I got a tray. This little box was made from a 1x4. 4x4. That is apparently, I didn't realize how much scrap wood and things that I take that most people want to throw away. I got to looking at my shelves here. Some of these are made from a box store that said, hey, these are seconds. They're a little warped, they're a little this. We can't sell them for full value. So we'll sell them to you real cheap. And that's what some of this stuff here is made from, is that cheap throwaway wood. So that is beginning to be my real passion. I like taking what people want to throw away. How many people have had little cutoffs and they threw them away? That's all this is made from, are all them little cutoffs. And now I can set it here, put my glass in it. There's a little coaster. That is what I've done all my life. Didn't even think about it being different. That is my passion, to take what so many people consider trash and make something good out of it. So a lot of this stuff, as a beginner woodworker, these is excellent stuff to start with. It's low cost material, and you end up seeing some of the cost of some of this material. This piece here ain't so bad, but if you look at it, there's a little Purple Heart piece of cross in here. That little piece of Purple Heart, if you had to buy a 6-foot piece of Purple Heart, I have a feeling you would cry. I checked, I think it was a 6-foot piece that was going for over $100. Ouch. You can't make a bookshelf at $100 for a 1x4. But you can build smaller items out of it. And I'm not doing this for the money. I'm not even trying to sell this stuff. I've got thinking about how much I've given away this year and last year. Otherwise, I'd have probably twice as much here. Making these pens, I made a bunch of them up, and I've given away most of them. And the reason is people say how beautiful they are, how they like them, but then when they want to have to come up with the money to buy them, you won't hear very much from them. I've seen pens like this going for $10 on Etsy, and I'm sorry. I would rather give this to my friend than sell it for 10 bucks. It's just the material of the parts and the material time to go get the material. It's not worth it to me. And even so I'm not working, this is just a hobby. No, I'd rather give it away than to sell it for 10 bucks. So if you're trying to get into woodworking to make money, I recommend that you say no and go find a part-time job. But if you like to make stuff out of nothing, then this is definitely a good hobby to get into. And I think we can do a lot of good things together. Just be safe out there. And think about it when you're looking at your next pile of scrap wood. Fixing to throw it away. Think about it. You can make a lot of stuff if you think. I would say first thing is get you a piece of paper and start writing down some plans of what you think you would like. You'll be amazed at what you'll start seeing in wood.